Hey folks, Chris Anthony here. In today's short video, I'm briefly going to be diving into the fascinating world of a pedal that's not only incredibly fun to play with, but possibly, don't quote me on this, but possibly one of the coolest effects ever made for the guitar. I'll let you decide. The pedal I'm talking about is the Talkbox. Now, from a young age, growing up, learning to play guitar, I was always fascinated with the playing of Peter Frampton. Even to this day, he's still my favourite guitar player, but I especially remember listening to Frampton Comes Alive for the first time, soaking in the way he played guitar the way he did, but more so hearing how he made his guitar talk. Now, at that age, it just blew my mind, and even today, knowing how he achieved that sound with the voice box effect, it still blows my mind as to how cool this effect still is. It's an old technology that still sounds amazing, and you can hear this particular MXR pedal on the intro solo where I loosely, not note for note perfect, but play over Frampton's Show Me The Way. Now this next clip is a live clip from 1975 on the Midnight Special show of Frampton, showing you how it's done properly with the song Do You Feel Like We Do. Let's have a quick listen. Here we go. So first things first, let's talk about what the Talkbox is. In this case, we have a pedal, an effect that allows us to shape the sound of an instrument, typically a guitar or keyboard, using our mouth. Now this model is made by MXR, and as you can see here, we have a speaker built into it. So when you connect your guitar into the input, the sound of your guitar is then going to come out of this speaker. Now this enclosure actually becomes airtight when you attach the provided tube with it, like so. So at this point, your guitar is going into the input, out of the speaker, and then that signal is then going to travel all the way down the tube, which is quite long. And then that signal is going to come out the other end. And from here, what you're going to do is put that in your mouth, and then you can manipulate the sound of your guitar by making movements with your mouth, creating that Talkbox sound. Now this next clip I kind of put together just demoing this pedal. I've got my guitar running into my pedal board, which is coming out of my Strymon Iridium straight into the Talkbox. Now you can just go direct into the Talkbox with the guitar, that sounds absolutely fine, but I really like the sound of my Strymon Iridium, which is an amp simulator, going into it. It sounds quite nice. Let's check it out. Here we go. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 So from that clip you probably saw that the signal from my Talkbox, the tube in my mouth, was projected down into my trusted SM58, which I was using purely just to record the guitar and voice box signal. But to use this setup live, you would need to use a microphone anyway, so hopefully that gives you an idea of what it would sound like live. Going back to what I said earlier, the TalkBox is an old design, it's an old technology that goes as far back as the 1960s. And I think I'm right in saying it was invented by an American record producer and pedal steel player from Nashville called Pete Drake. Now I know in the early 70s, Peter Frampton was a busy session guitar player, and he must have been around 17 or 20 years old where he met Pete Drake on an Abbey Road Studios recording session. Pete Drake actually gifted him one of his TalkBoxes, and obviously from there, the rest is history. We get to hear Frampton use it on his biggest hits like Show Me the Way, Do You Feel Like We Do. Go and check those songs out. They're absolutely lovely songs. But there we go, a quick brief rundown of the TalkBox. Not too in-depth, but hopefully enjoyable. If you have any experience using the TalkBox, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing, hitting that like button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.